with paying tax if it's going to a worthy cause, but the British taxpayer is not an unquestioning cash cow, and I'm sorry, but housing foreign nationals ahead of veterans and the British people indefinitely is not something that I have signed up to do. Now, Nigel Farage has vowed to evict foreign nationals living in council houses and warns that they could face deportation. I think Nigel is onto something here. Tonight, Reform UK's leader will lay out his plans as part of the Operation Restoring Justice. Basically, if you are a foreign national living in council housing in the UK, you must move into private rented accommodation within 3 months or face deportation. Well, that makes perfect sense to me. I can already see those on the left about to warn me that they'll be after me next. No, I'm a British citizen, born in Newcastle, and I have never lived in social housing. But if you can find another country on the earth that would house a foreign national in council accommodation on arrival indefinitely, then I'll eat my wig. Nigel will lay out the proposals in an essay due to be published tonight. He wrote, "Foreign nationals who are unable to relocate to private rented accommodation after a 3-month grace period will lose their right to remain and be liable for deportation under Operation Restoring Justice." Now, I personally have no problem with this because other countries wouldn't even give you a house in the first place. Why should the British taxpayer fund foreign nationals indefinitely? It makes no sense and is open to abuse. Operation Restoring Justice would prioritise veterans, so those who have fought for this country, and it would also prioritise long-term local residents, and the most vulnerable would be exempt from the stricter rules. About time, really, especially when you consider that according to Migration Observatory data, 1 in 10 new social housing lettings between 2022 and 23 went to non-UK citizens. If you have dual nationality under Operation Restoring Justice, rather than being automatically removed from social housing, you would have restrictions on welfare entitlements, which would include housing benefit. Again, if you are not fully committed to this country, why should this country be fully committed to you? I'd say that that is fair enough. Nigel has pledged that British nationals will have priority. He described the allocation of thousands of social housing tenancies to refugees since 2020 as an absurdity and claimed that around a third of social housing tenants in London were born outside the UK and Ireland. Well, you might remember the case of Fatima Jabbe, Sierra Leone's First Lady, who lived in a council house in Southwark from 2007 until it was eventually reclaimed after there was an investigation. I mean, what is that about? Are you telling me that she's in urgent need? Hardly. She's the First Lady. It's ridiculous. This country is bursting at the seams, and we can only afford so much. Under this government, we are the highest tax that we've ever been, and if rumours are to be believed, they're about to tax us even more to fund defence, instead of perhaps cutting the astronomical welfare bill which exceeds the tax take. Now, I don't have a problem with paying tax if it's going to a worthy cause, but the British taxpayer is not an unquestioning cash cow, and I'm sorry, but housing foreign nationals ahead of veterans and the British people indefinitely is not something that I have signed up to do. Now, Nigel Farage has vowed to evict foreign nationals